Welcome back to The Long Dark. So I have a confession to make. The footage you're about to see was actually recorded in October 2021. As of the previous episode in Chapter 3, I wanted to record myself finishing all the side missions off stream so that people didn't have to watch me wander around the map. And then the plan was to get that edited and uploaded so that I could then put the final part out soon after. It's obviously March 2022, so I didn't do that, but better late than never. So here I am to bring you the side missions from Blackrock Prison episode 4. I don't remember the name of it. It's been a long time since I played this. I'm probably not even going to remember what I did on these missions, but enjoy this clusterfuck of an episode. So the first side mission I had to complete was to find the missing power company workers. So I think the first one of these was the one that was in a canyon, but the second one, the location it gave me was this like caravan place that was across the river, on the route that I took to get to the dam. Was it? I think it was the dam. Yeah. If I get anything wrong, people who actually watch these can tell me in the comments what I got wrong, and I'll pin the comment. So I wandered all the way across the map back to that location, and yeah, obviously it took a while. Killed a lot of wolves on the way, as you do. And I found this little shack.
Shit. Looks like someone found trouble.
Mackenzie, Captain Obvious, as always. Yeah, so we found the body of the missing worker. I mean, we knew they were going to be dead, obviously. Like, every single time we have to find someone, they're dead. They had an ID card on them and some beef jerky, and there was nothing really else in this building, so yeah, that objective was completed. While I was here, I also went across this rickety wooden bridge that was there, and there was a pylon up the top of this hill with a backpack on it. Had some good stuff in it, but obviously it wasn't particularly useful because I was at the end of the episode by this point, so... The next side mission was called Convict Caches, and the point of this is that an escaped convict had apparently hidden these caches for other prisoners who escaped to access if they were trying to get away from Blackrock, because I think they said during the mission that it's notoriously difficult to escape Blackrock because of the location, the fact that it's like surrounded by snow and there's just forest on every side. I think. So we'd already found caches 2 and 3. We needed to find caches 1 and 4, and one of them was over here. When I reached the location, there was one of those coal boxes with some decent stuff for lighting fires. And then there was, they're like little ammo boxes that are held in, it looks like. But there was a revolver in there, and I think at this point I hadn't had a revolver yet. I'd only had the hunting rifle. So getting the revolver was quite useful because there was a lot of ammo for it that I had, but I just prefer the hunting rifle in general, so I didn't end up using the revolver that much. The final convict cache was actually very close to this one, so I went there next. When I got to the location, I kept hearing some suspicious animal noises, so I was dilly-dallying for a bit. But eventually I went and looted it, and it contained some ammo, but most interestingly, it contained a balaclava. A very flat balaclava, which we'll get to later. So next up we had Blackrock Rumors. So I think this is the variation from the... what were they called? The mystery ones I did in the last mission that were really cool. Was it Tall Tales? Might have been Tall Tales. I might just get that mixed up with the Supernatural episode. Anyway, Blackrock Rumors. So we'd already done, by the looks of it, we'd already done 2 of these. We'd done the employee is late and now missing. We'd also done the one about the suspicious person at the cabin. The only one we hadn't done was about an aggressive wolf stalking the area. So I had high hopes for this mission. I thought this was going to be one of those like cool ones where they'd like scaled up a wolf. You had to have like a big wolf fight, but no. It was a very long trek to get to this one, so when I eventually got there, I was like hounded by wolves. I'd been in wolf fights the entire time, and during the kerfuffle, I happened to shoot a random wolf that was running towards me from a different direction, and apparently I think that was the wolf that I was meant to be killing, because when I went into the cave, there was no wolf. There was a deer corpse, a person corpse, and that was it. But they did have a letter on him, so... Great Bear Wolf Behavior Study. A journal page, partially torn and soaked with blood. I probably should have read that in the normal voice, seeing as that isn't meant to be the voice that I was doing. Never mind. Mistake to come here. The staging report from the Blackrock admin was incomplete. Clearly, this animal has survived some deep trauma or starvation period to develop apparent predatory behaviors to this degree. Aberrant, not aberrant. God damn it, Brad. I'm going to recommend sedation, tagging, and relocation in order to give it a fighting chance. Blackrock meant well in bringing me... Oh, my mouse is over the thing. Bringing me out here, but I need to give them an option besides culling. It's a magnificent creature, and worthy of study. There's an unusual... And then it obviously cuts off, because the wolf got him. Yeah, and that was it. So I think I killed the aggressive wolf. I don't know what else I could have done there. Like, according to the letter, they wanted to relocate the wolf, and then it obviously killed the guy. It seems a bit of a shame to have just shot the wolf, but... You know, it came at me. It came at me, and it was self-defense. It was coming right for me, as Jimbo would say. It was coming right for me. So this side mission was interesting. So, Dark Star searched for bloodstained pages inside and outside the Blackrock grounds. So, this was meant to be that some official records from their archive had been taken, and you had to track them down to learn about the prison. And I'd already found 3 out of 4 of these, but obviously these are just in places. So there was no way of me actually knowing where to go to find them, because it wasn't on the map. But completely by chance, when I was on my way to, I think it was the first one of these side missions I talked about, the missing power worker, I took a stopgap in a building because it was nighttime and it was cold and I wanted to eat up and sleep, etc. I was just having another look around while I was inside this building, and I happened to find this missing page. Blackrock, an oral history, volume C. I know one of the first wardens out there. Knew. Fuck, God, I can't read today. I knew one of the first wardens out there. I cooked for him, just like I cooked for the rest of them. Got to know him pretty well, as you do with folks like that. That fellow would throw these questions at me over dinner. What do you think about this, about that? I mostly shrugged when he tried this on me. What did I know? But I'd been doing the same cooking during the war. I was used to it. What? He had a good head on his shoulders. Good enough for these kind of men, anyway. Rude. But he had some funny ideas about punishment. Lots of lectures and preaching type stuff. That the land would fix them. The prisoners, I mean. The Blackrock Mountain. That being in that terrible place was their mission. I never understood any of it. Interesting.
There it is.
And yeah, that mission was complete. Completely by chance. I was actually super happy about that, because otherwise I'd have to look around for ages or look it up, both of which were not preferable. And the final of these side missions was... And the final of these side missions was Blackrock Lockers. So, as you wandered around, you found keys for the lockers that were in like one of the early buildings near the medical centre. And I'd found all the keys. So by the end of this, traipsing around, I went back and unlocked the locker. So the final locker I had to do was locker 8. I'd already done 3 and 2. After opening it, I got another revolver, which was obviously great, considering that I didn't need the other one I found. But, you know, ammo was always useful. And, yeah, that was the end of it. It's not going to be a particularly long episode today, but I just wanted to show people the side missions that I did, the same way I did with the previous chapter. Because in not chapters, but you know what I mean. In episodes 1 and 2, I didn't do all the side missions. So when it came to chapter... Did I do them in 2? I think I did. I don't think I did all the side missions in chapter 2 either. So yeah, chapter 3 is the one where I did them all. And I really enjoyed those, even though I got a bit frustrated during some of them, because like the Tall Tales one was just cool. I like finding these unique things around the map. And I think episode 3's side missions were definitely better than episode 4's. Episode 4's were, once again, walk to a place, find a thing, mission completed. I think that they're supposed to be done during the rest of the main story missions. Like, I don't think you're meant to traipse around the map and find them. I think I was just unfortunate that I missed something early on, or I didn't take the detour because I was streaming and I didn't want to take like an extra chunk of time wandering out of the way. I think what you're supposed to do is find them as you do other things, and the natural progression of the side missions should mean that you don't have to wander too far off course. So when episode 5 comes out, I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and complete those missions inside the main story mission. I'm going to see if that's the way it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it's designed. I don't think that they intend for you to have to keep traipsing back and forth across the map too much. Like, maybe once or twice, but not the way that I end up doing it, where I'm, like, going zigzaggy everywhere and running out of supplies. So, I do have a final clip to show. I ended up trying to find out if I could go back through the mine, because after I did the killing the wolf mission, I was all the way on the top right of the map, and I need to get back to the prison area. So I didn't want to have to go all the way to the bottom and then back up when I could have just gone round the way that I went during the main story missions, but it was closed off. So I had to traipse back, but on the way back, I thought it'd be interesting to see what would happen if I jumped off the bridge. Yes, I died from internal injuries after falling. It wasn't much of a surprise. So, the final part of episode 4 has already been recorded and edited and is ready to go up straight after this one. Because, like I said, I streamed this months ago. So, look forward to that over the next week or 2 weeks, depending on what other uploads I've got going as well. There was nothing left to do at the end but to dump all of my shit into the locker, just in case it got taken off me when I finally went back into the prison to complete this episode. The one thing I did keep on me, though, was the balaclava, because I thought it was absolutely hilarious, the idea that Mackenzie would turn back up at the prison, these criminals open the doors to let him in, and he's just stood there butt naked in the snow, apart from his boxers and a green balaclava. I got a lot of laughs out of this at the time. So yeah, I'll see you in the next part of The Long Dark. I really wanted to just howl like a wolf then for no reason. I was like, how do I end this video? You know, screw it. That was a shit howl. God, bro.